Hey, on the mountain we got us.
Hello, everybody.
What year is this? It was good, but nothing special. This season, Suarez has indeed been special. He's 11-5 with a 2.82 ERA. Made the All-Star team. The other day, Suarez returned from 6 days on the injured list with bat soreness. Struck out 6 Kansas City Royals in 5 innings, allowing only 1 run and 4 hits in an 11-2 win. 272 pitches, 46 for strikes.
Oh, that's nice. But yesterday with
All right, got a big game tonight.
Of a man named Wilt Chamberlain, who I think you're familiar with. And so, as much as I love Anthony Edwards, any young dopes that think that players weren't monstrously talented then, back in the day of Wilt Chamberlain, they would be fools, and they need to somehow transport them back. I wouldn't say they'd be transported back, so Wilt could just dunk on him or swat a shot 40 feet, 40 rows into the stands. Happy 88, Wilt.
You know, his birthday also would have been today. Our idol, Ben Bradley. Oh, I'm so happy anniversary, Paul Molitor. On this day, 37 years ago, the Brewers' Stars' 39-game hitting streak ended when he went 0-4 in a 1-0 Milwaukee win over Cleveland in 10 innings. Molly was in the on-deck circle when pinch hitter Rick Manning drove in the winning run. The hometown fans were so upset Molitor didn't get up again that they booed Manning as he left the field. Molitor described this as a, quote, distortion of priorities. Manning said sorry to Molitor, and Molitor responded, sorry? You won the game. After Joe DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak in 1941, only Pete Rose's 44 in 1978 is longer than Molitor's.
Just to go back to Rick Manning for a second, I think of him as a Cleveland Indians player. I don't even think of Rick Manning as a guy who was on Milwaukee. But Molitor, one of the sort of great, maybe still underrated players in the last, 30 years or so.
First guy was Hall of Fame, right? Happy trails to Nellie Porter.
Hello, everybody. Anybody there?
The world #1 led the Women's Open at St. Andrews by 2 shots to 13 holes. But then the wheels came off. Porter doubled the par 5 14th and bogeyed 17th, opening the door for Lydia Ko to win her 3rd major by 2 strokes. What an August for Ko, who also won the Olympics earlier this month, qualifying her for the LPGA Hall of Fame.
That was really cool to watch. You know who I root for in that equation, Tony. Nelly Korda. But Lydia Ko, she's sneaky young. She's in her 20s. And she has been great. And it's sort of good to see her have a comeback. If you have a comeback before 30 years old, great for her.
And a bonus happy trails to CD Lamb's holdout. He got his money, Will. Lamb and the Cowboys agreed to a 4-year deal worth $100 million guaranteed. This makes Lamb the second highest paid wide receiver in the league behind Justin Jefferson of the Vikings. Last season, Lamb had nearly 1,800 yards receiving with 12 touchdown catches, 2 touchdown runs.
A little early? No, not early. We got, this is my normal live Monday night. And then we got the live show from 6 to 7:30, and then we switch to the game.
This is beyond breaking news. This is a point you have to be reverent. And next, will Dak get his money? Huh?
This is an important question, will Dak get his money? Because the fate of ESPN lies on it. Because it's mentioned every
So anyway, yeah. So instead of 6 to 8, it'll be 6 to 9:30 because the show's on at the game's on at 7:30. So I may take some.
For multiple sports. Which one would you like?
Well, I may take some breaks tonight, but
yes, except the Sky lost all 3 of those.
see, I can pin a question here. Add emoji.
And I don't want to finish behind.
Engage your audience.
So yes, Angel Reese is going to be running years after the season, but they're 0-3 in those. Patriots quarterback Jacoby Brissett.
So I got a poll going. See how many people want to answer that.
I watched that happen. I watched the hit that eventually took him out of the game. Yeah, Drake May. Yeah, new coach and quarterback. Okay. Lake Mary, Florida.
So let's see if Coach Sides can screw things up tonight. If she doesn't coach, if she doesn't start Lexi Hall tonight, I will puke. But not literally, because I don't want to gross you guys out. But I may have to throw a brick at my TV like I've been threatening to. Because of Coach Sides, I don't keep any hard objects in my apartment. I'm afraid I'll throw them at the TV.
Now he's maybe good enough to qualify for the next
No Hawk to it tonight. Try to keep it a little cleaner than that.
Last one, your White Sox are the second fastest team to 100 losses in the modern era. Give them a pep talk.
There's no pep talk in 21 and 22. They were building toward the
So, anyways.
They were just shot at the World Series. Now they're the worst team you've ever seen. There's no pep talk. That's what it is.
I don't know that they can beat Lake Mary. A lot of time. Try to do better the next time. I'll tell you, Kornheiser.
I'm Mike Wilbon. Same time tomorrow, Knucklehead.
All right.
Get the PTI podcast on ESPN.
Let's see, Brett.
Apple Podcast. And now.
Nothing useful.
This is.
Let me turn this off.
Al Duncan.
He's a big guy, so we'll sell one show for you today.
Al Duncan, I was just watching sports. Part of the interruption, but I forgot to turn it off. Your prediction same as Saturday? I didn't know what your prediction was on Saturday, Brett. If she had done the starting lineup I said she should do, they might have won the game. But her IQ level is around, I don't know, 6 or 8, maybe 10 at the most. I'm sorry. I don't know how else to say it. Yeah, I don't know who's dumber, Dunn for not realizing her coach sucks, or Sides for just sucking as a coach, or the owner who not really realizing her GM and her coach both suck. We'll do last this Saturday. I don't know. We'll see. All I know is it is very frustrating to watch an athlete not fulfill her potential because her coach sucks. It's one thing if it's their fault. It's another thing if you got handcuffs on somebody. I said who I should think the starter should be. I put that in. Temmy's probably not ready to start, but I don't know. I don't know how she feels. But if she's ready to start, I would start her. And I would start Hall. I would bench Smith. And I would start Boston, Hall, and Mitchell, and Hall. And Clark, obviously. However, if Tammy's not ready to start, like let's say she's not in shape or she's just not really showing in practice, then I would start Smith, but give her a quick pull. And I would put her Tammy in as my sixth man, as they used to say. Now they say sixth woman. I don't understand anything they did. There was no reason for them to start Katie Lou and Smith. She shouldn't have started Katie Lou. She should have started Smith, and then when Smith started playing poorly, she could have put someone else in for her, but she could have put Dantes in for her. But she should have started Smith. Smith hadn't played poorly before that. She hasn't been played to potential lately. And then she should have started Lexi Hall instead of Samuelson, so she has someone to cover Nafisa Collier. This was so obvious that I don't know. I have an imaginary bright 10-year-old who follows sports. And he said to me, start Hall. I said, okay, you're right. And I don't know why it looks reddish. I agree. I would give, if Tammy's not ready to start, I'm not there at practices and stuff. I don't know how she's probably not in game shape, but I'd still might start her anyways because Smith seems to be tuned out. But if ideally that's the starting lineup I would put in. I agree. I agree with everything you say about Smith. I don't know what the problem is with her. You know, she should take advantage of the fact that she has a great point guard, and that great point guard can make her easy baskets if she just moves better and plays smarter. But they're so poorly coached. I don't know if Sides has ever taught her how to play, anyways. What do you guys think? You think I'm right? You watched my videos today. Did I say anything wrong? Did Rob say anything wrong? You agree with us? Well, that's obvious. Definitely start Hall. Yeah, that's like I said, anybody can see that. I agree. I thought I turned the TV volume all the way down, but I didn't. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. I want to see if there's a pregame show. Let me check my TV. It's on NBA TV tonight, right? Let me go. Did you guys like the videos today? Didn't get a lot of views for some reason. Maybe they'll get views overnight or something. Usually, Monday through Thursday, we get more views than Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I was kind of surprised. I was disappointed in the views today. None of them took off. Yeah. Carrington, she's kind of a jerk. Although this is the NBA. The percentage of women who aren't likable, it seems so low. It's such a low. Anyways, let me see. I'm checking my YouTube TV to see if there's a pregame show, and that'll start at 7. Last time they did a little thing in Kelsey Mitchell. Not in the mood today to post. Brett's not in the mood? What's the matter, Brett? You depressed today? What we need is a fever win. This is funny because this is the same way I feel when Michael Jordan played. Like, I didn't care about the Chicago Bulls. Until Michael Jordan was playing for. And then I rooted for the Chicago Bulls because I was rooting for Michael Jordan. After he left, I didn't give a crap about the Bulls. Of course, I'm not in Chicago. More Rob, less woke. We're not woke. We're balanced. Let me see. Oh, here's NBA TV. All right. Right now, they're re-showing the game from yesterday right now on NBA TV. All right. There's no pregame show, it looks like. All right. That's all right. I'll turn off my TV then since there's no pregame show. All right. So it looks like they have no pregame show. I thought they had, last time they had, they called it WNBA Weekly or something, but I guess that was just that one day because the weekly show. Woke the person, not the concept, that too. I've already explained my feeling on woke. You guys, you don't all agree with me, but if you look at the definition of woke, there's nothing wrong with woke. It's the overly woke. Anyways, it's my personal opinion. Rob and I are both woke. We're just not obnoxiously overly woke. The NBA's full. No, I don't think that's true, Q-Tate. Now, listen, they can be outspoken all they want. It's what they say is the problem. I like opinionated people. I don't have a problem with strong women. I have a problem with self-entitlement. I have a problem with being jealous and envious. I have a problem with physicality when it doesn't call for it in a sport that's supposed to be a non-contact sport. I have a problem with pettiness. I have a problem with corruption. That's what I have a problem with. Yeah, I have a problem with assaults, right? Like Kennedy. Sorry, I didn't like it in the NBA during the 80s and when the Pistons were doing it. I hated it. So this has nothing to do with sexism or anything like that. And some of these women are terrible at the press conferences. Not all of them, but someone like Copper. Yeah, well, Kennedy, I think everybody agrees with Kennedy has mental issues. Okay, but it's not just her fault. It's her coach's fault. After the last incident, their coach didn't do anything. The league didn't do enough. That should have been a flagrant 2 right there at the spot against Caitlin Clark. Should have been a flagrant 2 last game when she did it. She should have been suspended. What discourages her from doing more? A flagrant 1? That's not going to discourage her. Copper's like watching the Saturday Night Live skit. All right, I agree. Yeah, Copper's she grew up about 20 minutes from where I live right now. Maybe 30, depends. She grew up in North Philly. It's a big 20 to 30 minutes from where I live. And there's some bad neighborhoods in North Philly. That's all I can say. I don't know where exactly she grew up in North Philly. Some areas are nicer than others. None of them are really nice. Yeah, it's not because I didn't grow up in Philly, so it's not it. No, Copper has a bit of a ghetto attitude. And I'm not saying a black ghetto. I'm just saying a ghetto in general, because there's white ghettos. There's a white ghetto here that called Kensington, which is a big drug area, and it's mainly white. But she has an attitude. She's never learned to be, social graces, that we say. There was I saw something on there's a video out about Kensington area where I just talked about. I saw it on YouTube the other day. It's so many drugs there. It's like a heroin and meth section. A'ja Wilson is unlikable. She's also self-entitled. She thinks all the white people in the league have to be overly woke or they're not good people. I don't know. She's not happy with society. That's all I say. She thinks that there's more going on with white black than there actually is. Let's put it that way. I think you need to have somebody come in from hire public relations person, marketing people more, and have them sit down and talk to all the coaches and the players in this league and say, you can continue this attitude all you want, but it's going to cost you money because you're going to be less popular. People don't like some of the NBA players with their politics and stuff, and it's hurt them in their popularity somewhat. They survived it because they had a better product than the WNBA. The NBA doesn't have a great product. So they're already at a disadvantage, and they're making it worse. Why would you want to start Dantas? Dantas is slow. And besides, I don't think she has the energy level to play starter minutes, to be quite honest. She's older, and she doesn't seem to be in great shape. She's slow. She actually did a good pick the other day, but that's like the first good pick I've seen her do. You guys are crazy to start Dantas. Why start Dantas? You guys can't be serious about starting Dantas. You realize that the only time they're effective is when they run, and she's the slowest person on the team. So, yeah, that's okay. You don't need to start Dantas. You can start Temi, and you can start Hull. Why would you need Dantas? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but that's insane to want to start Dantas. I don't want to be Stephen A. Smith. She was playing at the end of the last game because Smith and Samuelson were terrible. But then she missed 5 3-pointers, and one of them she shouldn't have taken. She forced a 3-pointer. I didn't have a problem with the other 4 3-pointers. She was open for them. She just got to hit them. But the one was a terrible shot. Temi has 10 games to get in shape. Hopefully no more setbacks. Yeah, it's going to take a couple games to Temi get back. That's why I probably wouldn't start her today. I'd start Smith one more game. And if she's, if she sucks, just pull her out quickly and put Temi in. And, because they're used to playing with each other, the starting 5. You replace 2 people, then it becomes a little harder. If you replace 1, it's easier. Is that why she doesn't want to get hurt? How about running the court? You don't get hurt running the court. There's more to it than that with Smith. There's something going on. She thinks she's better than she is. She doesn't realize she doesn't play good defense. She doesn't give the effort on defense consistently. And then she wonders why people don't think she's good, or the coach doesn't think she's good, or she gets less playing time, or she gets burned. Defense is work. You guys heard Rob on your videos before. He says the way you spell defense is WORK. Selfish people do not play good defense. That's why I don't like people who can't defend. At least Clark's trying, but she didn't have very good coaches in the past that taught her proper defense. I don't think Lisa Bluter was a good defensive coach. She was a great offensive coach for Clark, but Clark never learned proper stance. She never learned to keep her person in front of her. She cheats too much on defense. She's playing more team defense, and she needs to stay on her person closer and not think she can close the gap to the 3-point shot quickly, because she can't. Yeah, I was not impressed with her defense last game. Sorry, she got every guard that she was covering blew right by her. But they all have problems being too far off their women near the 3-point line. And Mitchell's probably the worst. As quick as she is, it doesn't matter. She can't use her speed. The person's open for a 3. The person's open for a 3. She's not going to get there enough in time to really make a difference. So, there's a guy, what's it called? Awful Coaching. He breaks down their defense and their games and stuff like that. He yells a lot into the screen. He's tough to listen to. But he shows you how bad their defense is and how they're doing all sorts of fundamentally things incorrectly, and also doesn't switch properly. They're too far off their person. I don't understand how they think that's the way you play defense. Am I streaming a game? I'm just watching the game. I can't stream along with it because that's copyright problems. I don't know. Well, does Mitch stream it? What do you mean when he streams it? What's streaming? I'm watching the game as I watch it. I'm going to comment on the game as I watch it. I can't stream it there's copyright problems when you do that. So I don't like to hear from YouTube. Twice they said I had a copyright problem on a live stream when I didn't do anything. Yes, Dennis. Yeah, Mitch doesn't stream the game. That's what I thought. ESPN will have a roaming. You want commentary from ESPN? That's the last channel I'd want commentary from. Mitch shows the scores. Oh, I can print the scores every once in a while if you want that, but I'm assuming people are watching the game at the same time. I guess some people don't have NBA TV. Written commentary. You know, when ESPN started, like the first 10 years, first 15 years of the channel, I mean, the first 20 years, it was a good channel. They had a lot of good broadcasters. I still like, pardon the interruption, some of you guys don't, but I do. And I used to like the sports reporters. They had good analysis on, they have a lot of good people on the show. They had Boomer and stuff. Now, name somebody that's really good other than Jay Bayless, who does college men's basketball. Name an excellent commentator. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Besides Jay Bayless. Nobody, right? I don't like Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith's pompous. I'll give him credit for saying Caitlin Clark should be on the Olympic team, but he refused to say part of the reason she should be on the Olympic team is because of her abilities. So I don't think he watches much WNBA. Yeah, I agree, Vadim. Here's the thing. I don't know if you have it on tape or not. The game against, when Caitlin Clark, I guess it was against, Chicago. Yeah, the first game against Chicago. When Kennedy Carter shoulder or hip check Caitlin Clark to the ground. I went back and watched it. The announcer, Ryan Rocco, said, "Oh, this maybe should be the flagrant one. I guess they should review it." And he was going on and talking all the way through the end of the third quarter, the beginning of the fourth. I replayed it. Rebecca Lobo said nothing about it being a flagrant one, nothing that they should review it, nothing that this was an awful play, nothing that it should be a flagrant two. The next day, after the league promoted it to a flagrant one when it should have been a flagrant two, she said in the interview, "Oh yeah, it was an obvious flagrant one." Well, that was her job as a commentator to suggest it should be a flagrant one or a flagrant two, and that they should review it. Meanwhile, the play-by-play guy, which isn't his job, it's her job as the expert to say that. She didn't say it. I lost all respect for her on that play. And the next day she said, "Well, I don't think the ref really saw the play that well, even though he's right in front of it." This is in the same interview. I did a whole video on it. So she's pathetic for that reason, but normally she's good. So you can disagree with me on that part, but I think normally she does good commentary. But why she was afraid to criticize that play, I'm flabbergasted. Can someone tell me why she didn't say it should have been more than an off the ball foul, why she shouldn't review it, should be flagrant one, and then lied about the coach? Yeah, but why was she tongue-tied on a play like that that's so obvious? She knows that's a flagrant one or flagrant two. It was an off the ball play that threw somebody to the ground. Sorry, I don't think I'm being too rough on her for that. That was awful. And then she basically lied about it the next day, pretending she thought it was a flagrant one all along when she wouldn't even put her opinion on it. So, I don't know. I don't think I'm being. I'll say nice things about her. Right? She said nice things about Clark, and she said nice things about Clark before she got in the league, that her skills translate. And she was one of the first ones to say that. I was saying it, but I was on Facebook at the time. And she said nice things since then about Clark because she's just being honest. She doesn't care. She's like half Cuban and half English. So she doesn't have the ideology of all the black women on ESPN who feel some kind of connection with Angel Reese because they're black. Tribalism that's going on. And it's a shame that they can't be objective. And I can't wait to see at the end of the year who they say they should be Rookie of the Year. All right, so anybody think I'm being too rough on Rebecca Lobo for that play? I saw she's human. That's not a good excuse. She was silent for 2 minutes, and where the play-by-play guy was doing her job for her. She said nothing for the whole game. Reality is not a concept. I mean, sometimes she does really good analysis. She'll pick up something I didn't see because she played in the WNBA for a while. Though her injury cut her career short, she covered it for a long time. She's done analysis. She played college basketball, so she'll pick up things that I don't pick up on. Rickea Jackson is the best rookie, better than Clark? No, you're insane. She may be the best and second best rookie by the end of the year, but I'd still have to say Angel Reese is the second best rookie right now. I'm too hard on Lobo. All right. Q-Day's Clark is number 2. All right. I don't know if you're trying to get a reaction out of me or if you just don't know basketball. There's only 2 possibilities for that. I would say Rickea Jackson could be as low as 4. Look at how well Camila Cardozo's playing. The last 5 games, she shot 64% from the field. Got 5 blocks last night. Oh, I think they were almost all against Asia Wilson. Rickea Jackson is the best rookie. Oh, gosh. You're as bad as ESPN. I agree. She's not awful at defense. She's just not good. Some people think she's a good defender. I do not. Rob does not. The guy that does Chicks Dig Scar podcast, he said she can't defend. Mick calls her a good defender. So did, I think, Adrian Ross. I think even Ben Daniels. No way what? No way that she's a good defender? I think she's an average defender. I think she's a great rebounder. And that's about it. Everything else in her game is pretty bad. Clark overall is an average defender. David, I 100% agree with that. She is a very good defensive rebounder, a very good off-the-ball defender most of the time, and certainly a below-average on-the-ball defender. So overall, she's an average defender at best. But she's a liability on the ball right now. And she needs to bend her knees more. She needs to learn proper positioning and sliding. She doesn't know what she's doing on defense. She picked up bad habits in college because her coach didn't teach her. And now Christy Sides isn't good enough to correct it. Christy Sides doesn't know enough about defense. She doesn't know enough about coaching. Well, I can live with it to a point. But she wants to be the greatest player in WNBA history. And I want her to be the greatest player in WNBA history because I predicted it. So that's why. And I like her. And in order to do that, I think you have to be a better on-ball defender than she is right now. And granted, she's only like, 3/4 of the way through her rookie year. But she needs to do what I said. She needs to go hire Drew Holiday for a week or a day or something. And so she can learn better on-ball defense because she's perfectly capable of playing great defense. She's athletic. She's fast and quick. She's not super fast and super quick. She's got pretty long arms. She's got good size. There's no reason she can't be a great defender. Yes, Lexi Hall is clearly their best defender. I think Boston plays good defense in the post. I think Temi plays good defense. And that's it. That's it. Name another good defender on the team. Yes, she's a defensive expert. Sure. Dantas? No, Dantas hasn't shown that. She's decent in the post. She puts her big body on the people, but she hasn't shown me that she's a great defender. She's not bad. She's better than Smith, but that's not saying much. Yeah, the dog Wallace. I mean, Wallace wasn't a bad defender. She just wasn't a good one. She wasn't a bad player. She just wasn't good enough to start. You know what I mean? That's why I said that I think she should still play. I just think she should play 6 to 10 minutes. Because I want them to run. And if the starters don't play 35 to 40 minutes, they won't be so tired and they can run more. You play Clark 34 minutes and maybe Mitchell 34 minutes. Your other starters 30 minutes and run. This is so obvious to me. I don't know. "27th person to the chat. Hey, Bobby, you, what's up? And Bobby, I read your email today. Let me just see. I wanted to comment on it. Hang on, let me refresh my memory what you said. Oh, okay. On the MVP. All right. So, first of all, it's kind of silly until you wait till the season's over, but we'll talk about it now anyways. Right now, they definitely gave it to A'ja Wilson in game 1. She had a couple good games right off the start, and they started saying, well, she was upset she didn't win it last year. She's going to win it this year, and basically, God damn it, we're going to give it to her. However, there's still, 12 games left, and Napheesa Collier is playing great, and the Aces don't have that great a record. So, and she's got talent around her. So I don't know, I don't think she's such a sure thing. Just because she's having a great year, though. She didn't play well last night. She was like 8 for 28. She got her shot blocked constantly by Cardoza, from what I understand. No mentioning Smith. So, the Fever need to win more, too, if you want to really put Caitlin Clark up there in the top 2. And you got Brianna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu on a team that's only lost, 4 or 5? They lost the other night, right? 5 games? Is that what it is? Is that New York? So people are going to look at that. I'm not obsessed with what place the team is as much as some voters are. I think it's overrated. I think it's lazy voting for MVP. I think you have to try to predict how many victories that particular player gave that particular team. And that's harder to do. So people get lazy and start just looking at the best teams with the best player and the best team. Happens in the NBA all the time. But they only have 5 losses, New York. So we'll see. Yeah, she was 0 for 5. And like I said, one of them was just dumb, stupid force. She was almost double teamed. I will say that Dantas has a very nice turnaround jumper with very nice touch on it. which almost no one in the WNBA has, which is kind of surprising because, like Rob will tell you, it's not a hard shot from, anywhere from 8 to 14 feet. It's not a hard shot. It only becomes a hard shot when you get farther away from the basket. It's a really, really effective shot. And these players in the league need to learn it. Michael Jordan didn't do it till halfway through his career. And then he made a living out of it the last half of his career. When you make it, yeah, but don't take it from too far away. You take it from too far away, then it becomes a harder shot. It's a great shot, turnaround jumper. It's hard. It's almost a little fadeaway. It's really hard to block. So I don't know. Made that shot that's famous on TV. Mike made the shot that's famous on TV. What shot was that? The one with him and Larry Bird doing the commercial? Midway jumper, remember? Yeah, Michael Jordan didn't do that shot the first half of his career. But it wasn't because it's such a hard shot. It's because he was doing other things. And then when he decided he wanted to drive to the basketball all the time as he got older, he used that as another shot. Yeah, no one has a skyhook even in the NBA. I don't know. Dante's shot. She was shooting 33% before that. She was 3 for 9, and she shot 33.8% for her career. So she's not a bad 3-point shooter. But I don't want her taking threes all the time. I like her game. Like I said, I like that little turnaround jumper she has. She seems to hit it. Well, Chamberlain blocked skyhook on Jabbar, and then people said he blocked it twice in the same set of plays, but the second one looked like a goaltend to me. There's videotape of that. But it's a really hard shot to block, especially when the person's 7'2" with long arms. But I don't know why other players in NBA history did not take advantage of that great shot and learn it. Doesn't look like it's impossible to learn. No, he took a lot of shots. Yeah, he had a good shooting percentage, Wilt. I'd liked Jabbar's offensive game better, though. Anyways, I miss Celeste Taylor. We didn't even see her play. The triangulation between the eyes, hand, and the basket. I don't know. I never tried a sky hook. I could do a basic hook when I was younger. But 3-point shots are hard, and then people figure out how to make them. So you just got to practice the sky hook with proper form, and you become good at it. I agree that Caitlin Clark is a hard worker, and she's smart. So I'm sure that she has heard enough about her shortcomings. And if she doesn't correct them this year, she'll work on them in the off season. And next year she'll come back dynamite. Yeah. But I hope they play better defense tonight, because as I went over the video today, they have 4 good players, and they're all healthy now. They've only gone up against 2 good players each time they played against the Dream. Bobby, I agree it's not an easy shot. My point is that Jabbar was a good athlete. He was an unbelievable athlete like Jordan, and he perfected it. Why did no one else perfect it? Someone else who was tall, who was a good athlete. There was plenty of other tall players who were good athletes that had the athletic ability to develop the skyhook, and no one's done it. Not one person. I don't think an average athlete could become good at the skyhook. But I'm not saying why don't all the centers use it. I'm saying why did no one develop it besides him? Oh. Hello? Yo, what happened yesterday? What? What'd you say? Oh, because you're closed-minded. That's fine. I'm live on my show right now. You want to call in and talk about the Eagles?